Welcome to the Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lending me your ears. Now, we're going through this pandemic, and what we need to do is figure out a way how to sell to customers in these tough times. But it all begins with defining the why and how they buy. So let's really look at that phrase and let's really understand what's going on with our customers. See, in order for you to approach any customer today, you really need to understand their mindset. So what I've done is I've categorized them into three simple buckets, and then from there, we'll talk about strategy. The first one is they're in a fight mode, right? And we're going to talk about fight or flight, and I got a third one for you. If they're in the fight mode, this type of customer is looking at this situation at this crisis as an opportunity to grow their business. Maybe retool, pivot, redirect their company. They're looking to build. These are the type of clients you want to talk to today. So ask yourself, do you have customers who are in the fight mode? They're looking at this as an opportunity and trying to seize the moment. Maybe finding new opportunities, new ideas, creative ways to reach their customers. Then there's category number two. These are people who are in the flight mode. You've probably seen a few of these companies already. These are people who are going to downsize, companies that are going to downsize, get rid of their people, try to save cash, and just try to hold tight till this storm passes. When people are in the flight mode, they're scared. And because they're scared, they're really hard to sell to if approached at all. They don't want to listen to anything. They're so busy worried about how they're going to survive that they're not thinking about how to grow. So they're not in the growth mode like the fight people are. They're in the scared, hunker down, let me retreat mode. So again, I would prioritize this third. Now, the third category rather, is freeze. We got fight. They're ready to fight. They're ready to go forward. Flight, they're pulling back. They're shrinking their company. They're trying to hold on. But then they're the freeze people, the status quo. These are companies that are just like, not sure what's going to happen, and they're kind of just holding tight. You know, they're keeping their employees. They're keeping their business. They're figuring out how to work in this environment. Remote selling, no-touch selling. You know, how do we connect with clients? That whole thing. But they're holding tight. Now, this is another category of clients that you might want to approach. Again, they're in the status quo hold mode. But if you have a value proposition that's going to help them increase revenue, reduce costs, or expand their market share, they're going to listen to you. So here are the three buckets again. There's fight, flight, freeze. Fight, we love those people. These are the type of companies that are just going forward and going to move forward and try to figure out how to take advantage of this situation. There's the flight mode. These are people who are afraid. Companies that really don't want to do anything. I would not categorize them as first or second. This will be my third priority, and maybe not even touch these customers. By that, I mean attempt to sell them. Reach out, empathize, connect with them, but realize that they're scared. They're not going to want to buy. Now, the third category, the freeze people, the status quo, these are folks who are holding tight, and now's the time to actually go in there and talk to them about your ideas. So again, ask yourself this question. As you're looking at your customer database, customers you've already served, as you're reaching out to them, what if you just did this little mental checklist and categorize all those companies into one of these three categories? Are they in the fight mode? Are they in the flight mode? Or are they in the free status quo mode? Then reprioritize your approach to selling in these tough times. This is Victor Antonio with another Sales Influence Moment reminding you, selling ain't hard when you understand your customers and you know how. Take care.